Decorated Cuban Erislandy Lara again calls out GENNADY Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez. Stay tuned. Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Erislandy Lara, he weighed in on the Canelo Triple G2 and gave it his props, and he also called out both of the fighters from the main event. This is what Erislandy Lara had to say. He said, Canelo Alvarez and GENNADY Golovkin fought an amazing fight. It was a true classic. I want to congratulate both of them for putting together such a tremendous effort to bring the spotlight back on boxing. It would be a great honor to fight against either fighter, and I would love to challenge myself against them, right? He goes on to say, I am ready to make a statement and to challenge either fighter at middleweight. Whether it's GENNADY Golovkin or Canelo Alvarez in a rematch, I am ready. Great news. Erislandy Lara, I've seen some recent pictures from him, and he looks bigger, you know, not like crazy, wild out of shape or nothing like that, but he can definitely go to 160. You know, I've seen him, been around him, covered his fights, and you know, I was at the Vanes Martirosyan rematch. I was at Erislandy Lara versus Hurd, which was an instant classic. And, you know, boxing is in a great spot. At the Canelo Triple G2 fight, you had Will Smith there. Oh, man. Now that's how you're supposed to shoot. From now on, that's how you shoot. You know, Will Smith was there. Dave Chappelle's at all the fights. You know, it was just a good event. LeBron James was there. So I'm glad to see that the stars came out and supported boxing, and Lara's right. You know, these are the good moments in boxing, or for boxing, because Canelo Triple G2 delivered. I don't think anyone who paid $85, we've definitely paid for much worse fight cards, so I don't see why anyone would be mad at that particular card or paying the money. You know, it was an entertaining card. You got some knockouts, and you got an instant classic in the main event. Erislandy Lara, as far as him at 160, I think he could do it. I think he could be successful. He's called out Golovkin for years, and Abel Sanchez had all these reasons about why should we fight Erislandy Lara, but the same could be said, why should you fight Willie Monroe? Willie Monroe has less power. You know, he had 6 knockouts at the time, and Lara was calling him out. And if you couldn't get the Miguel Cottos, Sergio Martinez, or Canelo at the time, why not fight a name like Erislandy Lara, like Andre Ward? Now Golovkin has no belts, so it'll be interesting to see what he decides to do next if he cannot get a Canelo trilogy fight in May. You know, and I really don't want to see an immediate trilogy. Like, I like the saga. The first 2 fights were good. I covered the first fight as media. Second fight was awesome, better than the first in my opinion. You know, do like Mayweather and Pacquiao, or Pacquiao versus Marquez. You know, there could be a little bit of space in between your rematches. So that's what I think. I want to see Golovkin versus Erislandy Lara. There's really no reason to not fight him now. I mean, you have no belts, and you know, people want to see good fights and Golovkin versus good names. If you're not going to fight Erislandy Lara, why not fight Charlo? You know, why not fight the winner of Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade? Certainly they'll be worthy, and that'll be a chance at a WBO belt. Why not fight against Derevyanchenko or Daniel Jacobs rematch? You know, that would be a good fight, and it'll be for your old IBF belt. You know, same thing with Canelo. Canelo already had a tough fight with Erislandy Lara. Let's see where they're at 160. Let's see how they've grown. In my opinion, Erislandy Lara beat Canelo. You know, the 117-111 Levi Martinez card was crazy, and you know, I just thought Lara beat him. So Canelo, he did better than he did in the Mayweather fight, and he came on in the second stanza of the fight. However, I thought Lara secured enough early rounds, so there's still unfinished business with Lara and Canelo. So I love this call out. This goes to show you that Erislandy Lara is a true warrior. Now, the last thing I'll say is, I don't want to hear no bullshit about Lara is boring or any excuses, because I was at his last fight in Las Vegas at the Hard Rock, and it was an epic fight for this year and just, you know, in general in boxing against Jarrett Hurd. If you have the style like Jarrett Hurd, it, you know, forced Lara to fight. You know, Canelo forced Lara to deal with all the pressure and the body shots. Triple G's supposed to be like a come forward Mexican style fighter, whatever the case is. So you can't even use that against Lara anymore, saying he's boring, because he just fought Jarrett Hurd, got dropped in the 12th round, and everybody showed love and gave credit. You know, actually, I thought Erislandy Lara won against Jarrett Hurd. I really did. It was close. Maybe I have to watch it again. I watched it live. I haven't watched it since. But I thought Erislandy Lara won by a narrow margin. But it was, you know, it was a good fight. I wasn't mad that Jarrett Hurd won. I like Jarrett Hurd. That's my dude too. So I thought Lara won by, I don't know, round or two. I got to rewatch it. So there's nothing you could say in that regard, like, oh, Lara doesn't deserve it. He's boring. He's too boring, because he just put on a war earlier this year. You know, boxing is back. Hopefully Canelo Golovkin respond to this Lara call out. I know. And see, we know another thing with Canelo is you already have unfinished business with Lara, and you've never, people keep talking about Mayweather rematching Canelo at 160. Lara is saying he's going to go to 160. He says he's ready to go. He looks like he's over 160 right now, like in his vacation pictures and pictures with his wife on social media. So Mayweather already told you he's thinking about coming back, trying to get that 9 figures with Pacquiao, and he's a smaller welterweight. So why would the guy Mayweather already beat Canelo convincingly, you know, unless your name is CJ Ross, why has he got to move up to 160? Meanwhile, there's another fighter who's also a technician, also going to give you some movement and mobility, lateral movement and stuff. And he's saying, I'm ready to go to 160. I'll fight Golovkin or Canelo in a rematch. So instead of advocating for fights that don't really make sense, like Mayweather moving to 160 to rematch a guy that he already beat and giving up weight advantage when he already dogged him in the first fight, let's talk about Canelo versus Erislandy Lara. He's telling you, and he's this, like, you if Mayweather stood next to Lara, you'll be able to tell who's bigger. Lara looks like he could go to 160, no problem, you know? And his fight is more controversial. You know, some people really had Canelo winning, some people had Lara winning. So let's push for that fight instead of, you know, guys want to see Mayweather at 40, 41, and you think Canelo's so improved, so you want to see him at a disadvantage to see how he deals with this new Canelo or whatever you're trying to say. But this fight doesn't even need closure because Mayweather thoroughly beat him, you know? So let's look at the fight that was closer, and you have the other guy saying, I want the rematch and I want to go to 160. And he's, you know, unless we're lying or just hating, Lara's clearly more suitable for a 160 frame. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully they respond. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, New Media. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.